Hey, what if I told you that there was a quick meal prep recipe that is both easy to make and very delicious?
The recipe in question is pasta aglio e olio. It uses very few ingredients while also being packed with garlicky goodness and really encapsulates the philosophy of beauty in simplicity.
All right, first things first, the ingredients are
the pasta. I decided to go with some bucatini that I bought from the farmer's market recently, and I find that bucatini does a great job of clinging to any sauces it's used with. Garlic, I'm using 10 cloves because being half Filipino, I just love garlic. Parsley, I would love to use more, but the recent weather down in Florida has killed a bunch of my parsley plants, so I'm just working with what I got. Salt, pepper, and red pepper flakes.
And a secret ingredient that is coming in handy today is
some confit garlic olive oil that'll really help elevate the flavor of the pasta. First step is to, of course, boil the pasta water. You want to add as much salt so that it is as salty as the ocean. While waiting for that to boil, we're going to prep the garlic, and I'm going to use a trick that Joshua actually just taught me recently. Boom. Smash the garlic cloves so that it's basically 90% ready, and I'll repeat the same for each clove and give them a good slice through to ensure each clove is properly sliced and diced. I'm going to chop up all of the parsley and give that a good run through as well so that it's more finely chopped. Now that all the ingredients are prepared, I'm going to add some of that confit garlic olive oil to the pan. We're going to add all of our garlic to the pan and toss that around a little bit, and then add a little bit more of that olive oil just for good measure. And then to really elevate the dish, we're going to add at least 2 cloves of that confit garlic. And then we're of course going to mix that up a little bit more and then give that confit garlic even a chance to dissolve a little bit. I even learned a little trick. You can add a splash of water to the olive oil to prevent the garlic from burning. Now we're going to take our finely chopped parsley and add it to our pan along with our red pepper flakes and our salt and pepper, and really mix that pan up so that those flavors get to know each other. Now that the water is boiling, it's time to add our pasta. Since this pasta is fresh, it didn't come with any cooking instructions, but I wanted to follow the general rule of thumb and have it boil for at least like 3 to 4 minutes. It's also important to stir right after you add it to the water just so that it does not clump or stick together. Now that the water has been boiling for a little bit, we're going to save a cup of that pasta water to add to our sauce for later. All right, it's been about 3 to 4 minutes, so we're going to take one pasta noodle and test it out to make sure that it's ready. After testing it, this noodle is ready, and it is now time to strain the pasta. Now we're going to strain the pasta and immediately put it into our saucepan so that we can finally mix everything all together. Now let's mix our noodles in with our sauce as well as add our pasta water from earlier to make this process a bit smoother, and to even further help emulsify everything together, we're going to implement a bit of tossing to help us out. I know it might not be the best tossing you've ever seen, but it gets the job done. Now here is our final product, our finished aglio e olio pasta. I am not even joking. This is probably one of the best aglio e olio pastas I've ever made, just because the confit garlic really did help elevate that flavor so much. I'm really proud of the way it turned out, but I'm gonna show you some raw reactions and me tasting it for the first time.
All right, we got the finished product right here. Let's take a bite. I'm not even kidding. This might be one of the best aglio e olio pastas I ever made. I think it's mostly in part due to that might be some of the most garlic I ever used, and the confit garlic really comes through just because the garlic is, I mean, of course the garlic flavor is super prominent, but it's not overpowering. It's just so good. It feels like you're eating just a warm hug. It's just so delicious. And the noodles are perfectly cooked as well. And just because it is freshly made pasta, it cooks in maybe around like only 3 or 4 minutes, but no, it's so good. Oh my God, my breath is gonna be smelling like garlic for at least 5 to 7 business days, but for pasta that tastes this good, it is so worth it.
But yes, this will be my application for the editing role. I really hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making the video. It was very fun exercise, and I've been watching your channel for a long time and even inspired me to begin cooking myself. But yes, thank you for your consideration and have a good one.